Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-November 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Then we'll pull oracle cards to help with the bridge and the gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, then definitely address that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Three of Arrows. So Libra energy here. So yeah, this could just be saying that you might have gone through some heartbreak in the past with this person. Now, for a much smaller percentage of you, this could just be saying that when you cross paths with this person, you were already experiencing heartbreak from a past situation. But for a higher percentage of you, I feel like this is more directly related to your connection with this person in the past. But yeah, that looks like there was some heartbreak either way, right? And maybe even a reluctance to fully address that. Past energy on their side, we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, Two of Cups is usually a very light, celebratory type of energy, right? Here we do see a jug knocked over though, so it could just be saying, for the majority of you, that yes, maybe on the one hand they did want to give to the connection, but they might not have had much to give as far as the emotions go, right? So that's one way it could go. Or like we said, for the smaller percentage of you where maybe this is just saying that when you already came into the situation and cross paths with this person, you already were dealing with a heartbreak, then if that's the case, then the Two of Cups in that regard could be saying that, you know, they might have had interest in you, but they might have also seen that, okay, yeah, it doesn't like Gemini's in the headspace to be in a connection right now, so they might have held back a little bit. Present energy on your side, we have the Seven of Staves, so Leo energy here. So this is definitely an energy of feeling guarded, right? So let's say if this person's coming back around now, right, you just might be a little bit resistant to going that route again, which again makes it seem a little bit more likely that for a lot of you, this heartbreak did directly relate to them. Or again, for a smaller percentage of you, this could just be saying that because you went through a whole other heartbreak completely separate from this person, some of you might still be resistant to opening up. So that could be the case for some of you there too. But again, I feel for the majority of you, it is directly related to this person. Present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, so to me this says it looks like they're going to try to make an effort to show up in practical ways, right? Slow and steady ways. So maybe you just give them that course correction, right? If they're coming in hot all of a sudden, we're like, hold on, we still didn't really address what took place in the past here. And you kind of, put up your boundaries that might force them to pump their brakes a little bit and take things a little bit slower. But if that's the case, looks like they will actually, be willing to put in that effort and be patient. So definitely no harm in putting your boundaries up in that regard. And future energy on your side, we have love. So this is the equivalent of the Lovers in traditional tarot, which is the major arcana card for your sign. So obviously, if we just take the artwork at face value, it looks like things will definitely improve in the situation in the future. And timeline-wise, for some of you, this might happen as early as when we have the full moon in Gemini early in December, given that this is a future energy here. But yeah, for some of you, it doesn't specifically relate to that timing, but either way, it looks like things will definitely improve in the situation in the future. Right, and future energy on their side, we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, so I'm kind of getting the impression here that you might have given them a bit of a scare. Again, I don't feel like you were trying to do it. I feel like you just naturally put your boundaries up, and it might have had them fearful that, okay, what's the deal here? Is, Gemini moving toward another connection or what, right? So it could just be saying that they might have a little bit of a fear as far as that goes, which, again, doesn't seem to deter them overall, but it could at least have them a little bit concerned at the possibility of losing you. For others of you, this could also just be saying that maybe in their environment they're noticing a lot of people getting coupled up, and then that could actually be what sparks them somewhat now to now want to put more effort into getting into a committed partnership as well. If that's the case, that's not the ideal way to think of getting into a connection. Oh, everyone else around me is getting into one, so I guess I should too. But, you know, either way, I don't think that's the case for all of you, but for some of you, that could be how they're approaching it as well. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Four of Coins. So, Capricorn energy here. So, yeah, this could just be saying that you might have actually, been holding back around a connection with this person. And if we look at the artwork here, we see this person's facial expression definitely doesn't look all that thrilled, right? And then we see a figure in the background, but it doesn't look like they're physically there, right? So it's almost like even if you said, oh, I'm going to focus more on my career to not think about the situation with this person, right? It could just be saying that no matter what you try to do to keep your mind off of them, you might have still found yourselves thinking about them to a point where it's frustrating for you. So, if nothing else, at least that's an indicator that the feelings more likely never fully dissipated. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Three of Wands. So, yeah, could just be saying that, maybe in the past, and this could have been what the disconnect was, right? Because we see the three suitors there, and then we see three arrows going through the heart. So, it could just be saying that maybe in the past they just loved attention in general, right? So, did they enjoy your attention? Absolutely, right? Did they also enjoy plenty of other people's attention too, right? And yes, also seems to be the case. So it could just be one of those things where maybe this is saying maybe they went through a bit of growth and maturity since you guys originally crossed paths. And that could be what that Knight of Pentacles is saying as well, right? That, it might have taken them a while to get there. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of the knights, but it could just be saying that, yeah, maybe they went through a cycle where they were just enjoying attention in general, but now they're looking at things through a more mature lens and saying, okay, actually, yeah, maybe this was what I wanted at one point, but now I'd actually prefer to be in a committed partnership. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix, though. So first we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. Alright, and we'll take this card here. And next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So just going to give this a few shuffles now. Okay, and we'll take this card here, get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. Alright, we have Soulmate. It says your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. So, definitely a positive message there. And that could be why, like we said, even though you seem to have your boundaries up, right? Like I said, it seems like you were consciously trying to not think about this person, yet you still found yourselves thinking about them, right? That could be part of the reasoning why, right? Maybe this really is more of a soulmate connection, which is obviously just a lot harder to just discard and forget about. All right, and from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Blessed. There is the artwork, and the number is 22. So we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So yeah, definitely a positive message there, right? Because it sounds like you're going to get more in tune with yourselves, which could be part of why we're seeing the Lover's card or Love in this deck coming up in the future, which, like we said, is the major arcana card for your sign. But also it says deepening of intimacy in this partnership as well, right? So it really could just be a twofold thing as far as the positive energy coming your way. So hopefully there was anything, guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.